Good evening, people. Falcons football is back
Woo!
in the building.
We back.
As y'all see, I got my old crunk Uncle Steve in the building with me tonight. I got Mark in the building tonight.
What's up,
We ready to
fellas?
watch these dirty birds, So welcome everybody. Welcome to myself, Mark, Steve, as we just mentioned. We're here to have some fun, like me and Steve have been doing, and we're now joined by Mark. But we've been doing this. We started last year. We streamed the first half of the preseason games, and we decided we're going to do it again. Oh man, Uncle Steve, what's going on, player?
Man, Toddy, I'm excited, man. Mark, I'm more excited to see how this team is going to look from the beginning. I think the last couple of years, we've been told to be patient. This is the year we're supposed to see all of the, like the plant was put in the ground. Well, the seed was put in the ground. It grew a little bit in 21. It grew a little more in 22. It's supposed to be blooming now. That's what I'm looking for. I want to see sights of blooming. I want to see some petals. I want to see parts of what we've been building here. Mark, do you think? I mean, are you feeling what I'm saying? This is what I'm looking for today.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it's that time, man. It's that season. Like you said, man, we planted that seed, man, 2 off seasons ago. So I mean, this is an opportunity for us to start seeing the fruit of our labor. And I'm excited. I think we all excited, man. I think it's going to be a super exciting season, and what a great way to start in Miami.
Wish I was there, man. And it's kind of funny,
Right.
Tidy. Your girl Beyonce taking up the beans today with all the Beehive folks out there. So I know you're emotionally torn about what you wanted to do today, but we happy that you're sitting here with us watching the game, brother.
Yeah, it was a tough decision. Want to go there and sit backstage with Hove and B and chill out and watch the performance with Blue Ivy, but here I am tonight, faithful to the team that raised me. So here I am. I'll have to catch up next time. I might try to go. I might borrow your private jet and fly out there Monday show.
I mean, when Taylor Swift came, I heard you calling me asking for tickets. So I'm just trying to see how you go. But oh man. Anyway, we have I had a question that I wanted to ask you guys. What non-starter today is going to intrigue you the most? I right off the bat, I want to see what Harrison is about from Ohio State. I keep, we have Ebiketie in front. We have I just forgot his name real quick. Ogadeji. Some of these holdovers from the last 2 years. And all I keep hearing about is, boy, Harrison got some good first step. Harrison has some good speed. Guys, do you have a player in particular, a non-starter, that is going to catch your eye today, or who you're looking at a little bit more today?
I would agree with you. Also Harrison, because from Falcons social media and Twitter, he's been talk of social media this last week or so. So I'm going to be looking out for him. I guess technically when the Falcons put out their depth chart, Bijan was 3rd. So technically I'm going to be looking for Bijan Robinson, of course. Would say Clark Phillips, but I'm not sure whether or not he's going to play. But Harrison, Bijan, and Clark, if he does play, I'm going to keep my eye out on those guys.
Yeah, man, I agree too. Definitely Zach Harrison is a lot of buzz. Kind of like Toddy said, I mean, I'm looking at all the rookies. I'm excited to see each person in this draft class and see how they perform. But, man, I'm thinking like D. Alford. He's listed as the nickel cornerback right now in the depth chart. So I'm looking to see what he brings year 2, especially with the injuries. He's going to have plenty of opportunity. And, again, all the young players, it's going to be so exciting, man, to just see the depth we have on this team because we have plenty of youth. So definitely all eyes on the youth in this first game.
Trying to see, it looks like they just did the coin toss, trying to see what who's going to start off with unit. I see kind of hard to tell right now. Give it a couple of seconds and see. Arthur Smith, man, I know a lot of people don't want to talk about we are kicking to Miami, so we're going to see the defense out there first. We'll see who is put out there in that first unit. A lot of stuff said about what good things Arthur Smith has done during the offseason. What do y'all think is hot seat or not, man? Win or go home? What is it?
The fan base, they get on me anytime I say hot seat. So to keep everybody in a better mood tonight, I'm gonna say he's under the microscope. He's definitely heavily under the microscope. Over and beyond everything, Steve, I think anything less than 8 wins, it may get him out here at the end of the year, man. You know, I'm not saying we got to go to the NFC Championship game, but another 7-10 season is unacceptable to me.
Absolutely. Defense is out there on the field trying to catch up with some of the numbers. They're going to bring the lineup out here in a second. I'm sure they're going to put it up there. Interesting to see how they start off. Nice stop. About 2-yard run for Miami on there. Need somebody to put up a lineup so we can see who's out there on the field. Ogundeji, I see, is out there, and Albert Huggins is out there. Landman is out there at linebacker. Probably no sign of Calais today. I'd imagine they're going to save him. I doubt if he plays in the preseason.
Yeah, he probably won't play a snap in preseason.
Not one.
Probably go out there and do some jumping jacks pregame.
Right. All right. First pass of the day. There was a little bit of a rush, but he got the ball out. First down. Trying to see who do we have on coverage there.
Yeah, you guys.
I know this is not really say again.
Oh no, I was just saying y'all have to forgive me. I'm trying to get my stream pulled back up.
No, that's all good. Looks like first down for Miami. Early start to the preseason, y'all. Don't get me wrong. We're going to go through these big plays, but more importantly, just to see how these guys look. They are not running a bit on this defensive line so far. 2 runs. That's going to probably be about -2 yards on that particular carry. That's Timmy Horn out there. I like the rotation they have on the defensive line so far. Everybody that they've had out there in training camp has a little bit something to bring.
Right.
They officially gave him a yard, so we'll see. Another run. This time they got the edge. Nope, maybe not. Got a little bit. So good job. Michael Walker is out there on the field. I think I see Harrison out there as well. So again, probably not. Say again, buddy.
Is it 2nd and 9 for you all, or y'all a little ahead?
It is 3rd down. So we right there.
Okay.
3rd and 3. We right there.
I'm a little.
Go ahead.
I'm a little behind Steve. You know, he right there near Mercedes.
All right.
I'm sorry. Down there in the woods where Tidy is, they got to hold up the antennas like this just to keep things together. Another first down for Miami going forward. That's the guy, White. Wasn't that the guy who played in the playoffs last year when everybody got hurt for Miami?
Oh, yeah, the quarterback? Yeah.
Yeah, the quarterback. I think that was his name. But
I couldn't remember who they had at their quarterback last season. I know, like you said, Tua was dealing with the injuries.
Well, it was Tua White and Bridgewater, right? Both of them were hurt.
Yep.
Way too easy. These little passes across the middle. But again, these for everyone just not to go crazy. This isn't the starting folks. This isn't the starting 11 you're going to see out there.
Yeah, a lot of these guys they're just fighting to be the 52nd or 53rd guy.
Absolutely. There's a Trey Flowers sighting out here. I'm just seeing guys as they're going in and out. little bit concerned about that's the best run they've had so far, about 4 yards. A little concerned about the banging up in the secondary, Mark. You concerned about what Okudah and Clark Phillips, even though it sounds like Clark Phillips might not be as serious, but with Jeff Okudah looking like he might not start the season, you're a little concerned about the cornerback depth this year?
Yeah, it's definitely a little concern. I mean, even last season, I feel like that was one of our strongest positions. That was our deepest group, was our defensive backs. And then started facing injuries last season.
Interception, y'all. Good job. I'm sorry. I know I'm probably a little bit ahead.
No, go ahead.
And my apologies. And a shout out to
it sounds like you a whole play ahead.
Shout out to Direct TV.
Yeah, he's definitely a whole play ahead of me.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You want to see that. You know, a lot of times, to be honest with you, when y'all looked at the defense last year, we really, especially in the last 6 to 7 games, we really were bend, don't break. Look at the point totals we gave up in the last 7 games. We didn't. I think the largest amount was 25, the Carolina game, and that's kind of a little bit overrated because they scored that last score at the end when it really didn't matter. But I think I like what these guys have. I love to see an interception on the first drive.
Right.
Even though
was it Helms?
Helms with the interception.
Okay.
That was a. So let's see if the Falcons throw my favorite.
Your favorite
quarterback out there. Let's look in that chat. Can you pull up a couple of chats in there? I see. I said y'all probably got control over there.
Yeah, I got it. Sorry about that.
No. It's all good. It's all good.
I'm like that. I'm like 5 seconds behind.
My bad, Kelly. Yeah. I apologize. If y'all want me, I can do my imitation.
Y'all know Steven Arthur Blank tight. He on a different frequency.
No, man. I'm just playing, y'all. I'm right outside Miami now. Oh man. All right. Nathan Butler. Let me ask how y'all feel about number 92. Not even going to butcher his name. I wanted him gone since last year. Ogundeji. A lot of people are not high on Ogundeji. I mean, I want to give Nielsen a chance, Coach Nielsen, a chance to work with some of these younger guys, because I'm not saying Dean Pease didn't prep them properly, but I'm also saying in this type of defense where Nielsen is trying to put as much pressure on the quarterbacks, wouldn't y'all want to see him in Nielsen's scheme before we totally give him up? It's not like he was a second-round pick or anything like that.
Yeah, I definitely would, because you never know how players are going to perform in a different scheme, different personnel now in defense as well. But like you say, give him another opportunity to see if he can be better this year before, you totally turn your back on it. Remind me of Devondre Campbell when we kind of gave up on him and we saw what happened with that.
There is no Desmond Ridder, if I'm not mistaken. That looked like Heineke. Is Heineke 11? Or is that Logan? So. No, that's Logan Woodside. I'm sorry.
Oh, so that is Logan. Man, so Heineke not even playing.
Yeah, Heineke. And that's not a huge shot, to be honest with you. It's really not a huge shot. 3 games, man. 3 games. You got to get it together. And then with them doing those practices this week, probably got banged up a little bit, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Nice throw. Is that little dude? Would love to see the Falcons put together a nice little drive here. That was Helms. I see nephew Armani's out there with his Alabama boy getting a interception in the house.
Who was that starting running back, Steve? Was it 28?
Washington. The guy, the free agent, undrafted free agent. Everybody was talking about. He had a nice little get up.
Yeah, he began a lot of buzz.
Nice. All right.
Good check down.
Give y'all a.
Yeah, I mean, so for me, I mean, Desmond Ridder has to play the whole first half next game. Then, if he's not playing any, I mean, I'm definitely expecting him to play a lot in game 2.
I have a sneaky feeling because of the practices. When you had the practices with these guys, I'm thinking the coaches are probably saying, "Look, y'all, we're not gonna go out there and try to, kill these guys, especially our starters. Let's see what everybody else has." Horrible pass. I'm sorry, and making these guys.
I don't remember, Steve. Arthur Smith's first year, did we do a similar thing when we practiced a week with the team?
Matt Ryan played not a down in preseason.
I remember that.
But last year, if you remember, Mariota had that one drive against Detroit, and then I think he played a little bit in the second game, but it was the Ridder show pretty much from there on in. But Matt Ryan did not play. I remember Matt didn't play. Kyle Pitts. Yeah, I think he got the ball one catch, and I think that was it.
Yeah, they ran a design play for him and put him right to the sideline.
Right.
I remember the first in 2021, the first game. After the first game, a lot of people questioned Arthur Smith's philosophy with that.
Y'all gonna? I don't know if y'all still behind, but some good stuff going on at a Scotty Miller sighting coming up to you in a second.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Yeah. For the viewers that don't know, me and Toddy were gonna be on Bleacher Report post game. Man, we got to go deep in our bag and talk about this. I mean, I don't see one starter.
I mean, neither. I'm looking for
him. Not one.
I'm taking notes, but man.
But this is important, though, Mark. Coach, when you think about it, what did we run into especially you talking about the game in when we had a couple of cornerbacks down, and these guys, didn't have a lot of, experience, and we were sitting there saying, "Uh-oh, who's going to do what?" So this is the opportunity for these guys to shine.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's definitely a good opportunity, especially with the NFL changing the rule. Now you can hold on to these players, to that third preseason game, and after that, you might have to be going from 90 players to 53. So this is probably going to be a common trend around the league week 1. You see a lot of these guys at the bottom of the roster playing pretty much the whole game.
Mm-hmm. Ray says, "How do you feel about Logan Woodside?" Asked me a little bit after this first drive. I seen one. I saw one good pass he made. Okay, nice play design. Got an opportunity to be nice. Nice.
Thus far, the offensive line looked pretty good thus far.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
Hope I don't jinx him.
But let's see. First penalty of the day. Ray says, "How do y'all feel about Logan Woodside?" I think Logan Woodside is he is what he is. He's an emergency quarterback. I don't think it's any. And I don't mean this in a who cares way. But then again, maybe I do mean it in a who cares way. If it's down to Logan Woodside, we're in trouble. Let's put it that way. If we're sitting here having a conversation about Logan Woodside, there's going to be some issues. I do see Frank Darby making an appearance out here.
Oh, TikTok Darby out there?
TikTok Darby is in the house. I mean, listen, I'm sorry. If y'all messed around and got rid of my guy, Felipe Franks, And we still sit here with Darby. Come on, man.
Do you
But
think Darby will make the final roster, Steve?
Not the final roster. I think he's a career practice squad guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I think, and the sad thing was he actually wasn't horrible. It's real weird because I used to watch a lot of Pac-12, what's left of the Pac-12, when I would get off work real late on Saturday nights. And Darby was a beast at Arizona State. That was when Coach Herm was there. He put up some nice games. But he came here, and you kind of become a character. And if you're more known for being a character than you are for what you're doing on the field, you're good for a nice AtlantaFalcons.com short, but are you really? Yeah.
You got a good point. And look at this comment, Steve. Jonathan got a very interesting comment. What do you think about that?
I'm surprised ain't nobody crying about Woodside wearing number 11. Well, I mean, they might go back to how things ended. I still think it was kind of unfair. The Shannon Sharp thing, everybody got love for Uncle Shay Shay, but I still am real mad about how he put Julio on the spot on the phone. Because aside of that, Julio really never said anything bad about the organization. And whatever gripes he had should have been kept under closed doors. But now since it's out there, I think they probably like, well, I mean, hey, he didn't want to be here. Let him go. And they were paying him, Tidy. It's a huge difference between Matt and, hey, Matt, we really want to go in another direction. Gave him the opportunity to, help figure it out. He wasn't happy, but Matt is still in good graces. Julio, I haven't seen. I don't even think I've seen anything of Julio off the field. Really, have y'all seen him in Atlanta?
No.
Yeah, or anything back then? So
I saw him on a pitch on Twitter about 2 weeks ago. Outside of that, but that's really always been Julio's persona, though. He's just kind of one of those I'm gonna stay to myself kind of guys.
That's true. That's true. When you really break it down, Julio was never looking for the microphone.
Right.
Never.
Never.
I can understand that. Who is that say? I'm liking the play calling. We look like we are finally going to use the backside of the backfield. And it is encouraging to see some of the misdirection they did. The one play that actually came back on the penalty, that was actually a really good play if they didn't shift.
Yeah. Right.
Early. That was a nice one.
It was a good play this time.
Kelly says, I don't believe Julio did. Yeah, I don't know. And he didn't. Kelly, you're absolutely right. And that's why I'm still, Kelly, to this day, for real. I was really ticked off, and Shannon kind of got off real light on that. But he messed up that man's persona.
And you know what's weird about that?
Y'all about to see something in 5 seconds that y'all don't see a lot of. Y'all didn't see a lot of last year.
They never talked about that Julio situation again on Undisputed. Never.
No, they didn't. They didn't. And whoever called these plays from Miami, that was pretty stupid. Have y'all got to the first play yet?
Nah, they lining up for me now.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
I'm about to play in the half behind. No, you good.
I really feel bad.
Oh, there we go. Coverage sack too.
Yeah, but that was a dumb call. You kind of setting your quarterback up for failure on that particular play call, if you ask me.
Yeah.
They trucking these guys in. They subbing these guys in and out, though. So I do like that. Tell us how you really feel, Facebook user. Yeah. And listen, I hear you loud and clear. Oh man.
Killer, I think I am on some tape delay. Man.
Lee. Y'all go out there and tell them hamsters to run faster in that little pinwheel. So
Need to do something. Oh. I'm just seeing Miami's third down play right now.
Oh, you just seeing it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Flag thrown.
Terrible pass.
I'm trying my best to. Yeah, this is.
Steve, Facebook user said, how do you think we use this three-headed monster in the backfield, and do any other back make this squad?
I haven't heard anything else about. I know when Avery Williams went down, that was a big deal because Avery was definitely going to be part of the program. Washington is going to make the squad possibly on the practice squad, but I don't think it's going to go past Bijan, Tyler, and CP. I don't see them keeping anybody else around. I really don't. I think this is going to be and if y'all remember last year, they only had two. They started with Patterson and Damian Williams. Algier was inactive game one. If y'all remember last year,
I do.
He did not play.
Yeah.
A lot of people were. I was having a big argument with somebody. Oh man, Tyler Algier, man, 17 games. He did it. I said, no, Algier did not play. As a matter of fact, I'm almost trying to see did he play. Was he active game two? Nice defense. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. All right.
Trying to figure out what our base defense is. It looks like some 4-3 principles.
Yeah.
I see those.
But Mark, if you got a chance to look, Mark, at the depth chart that they sent out, the depth chart actually said it as if it was a 3-4. Go back and look at the depth chart. They would show 3 defensive linemen and 4 linebackers. Kelly said, "I wish Caleb Huntley could have made." I you know what, Kelly? I don't know if the book is closed on Caleb or not. It wouldn't shock me if he would be a mid-season re-signing to the team or to the practice squad. That wouldn't shock me at all. Huntley, if y'all remember, Huntley was actually outrunning Algier.
Yeah.
Before he got hurt. We all remember the drive against the Browns that he basically single-handedly ran that whole touchdown drive. But Huntley was actually the man before he got hurt. Tyler got his opportunity more opportunity when Huntley went down. Don't be shocked if Huntley gets signed back. Ray said Algier ended up being a nice surprise. That's another one, though. I mean, some of these we keep forgetting some of these running backs. Algier was not a pushover at BYU, and I know people, West Coast defenses, they light it up out there, but if you can run, you can run. Be careful of that guy. And Lord knows I'm talking about Dallas, which I really don't like. But Dallas picked up that little dude that was playing for Kansas State, Vaughn.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
He tiny. He tiny, though.
So was Devonta Freeman.
He's smaller than him. He's smaller than Freeman.
Exactly. That's my point.
You mean the GOAT? The GOAT Freeman?
Mark. It's diversity, bro. You can't be going against short people, bro. You gotta give short people love, man.
Yeah, but you are right. Like, he's definitely got a lot of buzz in Dallas. throughout training camp too. So,
Right.
like you said, man, like, and I think that goes back to the Bijan pick, where you're like, man, you can get these runners anywhere, any position in the draft, free agency. That's why a lot of people are like, like how good can he really be? You know, to be a top 10 pick when Tyler Algier was picked in the 5th round and was looking like a beast. You know, Caleb Huntley was undrafted, looking like a beast. You know, Cordell Patterson was a wide receiver, kick returner. It was like a beast as a running back in this scheme. So,
right. And add on to what you're saying, Mark. I'm gonna reiterate everything pretty much you just spoke on. You say you had a 5th round pick, undrafted, free agent, and pretty much a journeyman special teamer, and you produced the 3rd best rushing attack in the NFL. that was highly efficient at that.
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of people was like,
y'all just mad because Jalen Carter didn't show up here.
Yeah.
That's what they say, Steve.
I'm just messing with you because you know I wanted Jalen here too. I still to this day when I hear all the reports up there, that was a nice pass he just made just a second ago. Should be coming to y'all in a second, but Logan putting a couple of balls in there.
Yeah, he don't look bad tonight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
that was a great throw.
I do. It makes you wonder what the game plan is when you start talking about Bijan. You know, we've ad nauseum heard about the positionless player, but you're drafting somebody at number 8. He better be part of 80% of your game plan.
Right.
At least. Matter of fact, if one of the offensive linemen go down, I need to see him there too.
Backing up Lindstrom.
Bergeron go down, I need to see him going left guard. That's a huge investment. If I'm not mistaken, let me pull up Spot Track right quick because he's got to be top. Let me see. Right now, Bijan, trying to see where is he as far as 2023.
I want to say as far as cash, he's the number 1 running back this year. He's making the most cash. Guaranteed
that bonus, that bonus because his base is only $750, so that's what's going to probably help this year. Kind of, $750 this year, but they dished out over $12 million in bonus money. So he's got to use him though. Gotcha. Did we see Bijan tonight? Negative. Negative.
I would have liked the BC1 series. Give us something. We didn't see nothing.
The mere fact that Washington came out there let you know what kind of game this was going to be.
Right. And they definitely not going to put him behind 3rd, 4th string offensive line.
No. Yeah. No. And think about this, fellas. And I'm trying to think, was that you that mentioned it, Mark? It's 90 guys now. And the good old days used to go from 90 to 75, and then the 3rd week, 60 something. You get all 3 weeks, and really actually an extra week to evaluate these guys. So you got 90 cats that you got to kind of filter through to see who's who. And we know Bijan gonna play. We know Ritter's gonna play. We know CP's gonna play. So why do we even have them on the field when, you get a high risk of some of these little cats on Miami that want to make a name for themselves and go for Bijan's knees? So
right.
Kind of, I don't mind the game plan.
Also, let me apologize to everybody that's watching on YouTube. For whatever reason, it's only showing the Facebook comments here on the side that we look at. I don't know what the issue is, but I do apologize. I'm sorry. I'm just noticing that it's not putting up any of the YouTube comments. So we're definitely not ignoring you, but we just can't see it for whatever reason. So I'm sorry about that, y'all.
See you. I think Deuce Gone was the guy. Yeah, with the dad. Yes, his dad did the little heartwarming call to say he had made the team. So I know I cried. That was sarcasm, folks. In case y'all I know I cried the day they gave Devontae that last contract, man. That was like the beginning of the end, man.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Man.
Don't do that. Freeman earned that money.
I bet you Thomas Dimitroff go back and look. Said that was the day, the beginning of the end of my career.
It was when that Julio contract and Matt Ryan at the same time, basically almost the same year. Because Matt got his, I think around 18, and then
18. Yeah.
They came and redid Julio in 19 or 20, right?
Matt was 18. Julio got the little bag in 19, and then the big bag in 20. Remember, he was trying to stuff his pockets for about $2 to $3 million the year before.
Yep.
And then the next year, they overpaid him. What did we get out of that? 1.5 years?
Yep. And a lot of and more injuries.
Right. Offense is looking good, y'all. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, I'm impressed by the line. I got to get that ball down a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm really interested now that we see, the game plan. I'm really interested to see, as Mark was saying about game 2. Excuse me.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely excited for game 2.
Woo!
So far in the offense, I don't know what we missed, but now I can't wait.
No, it's coming. I'm trying. Hold on. It's hard for me to stand still. I'm gonna try to do my museum look.
All right.
I can't. Nice look, but yeah, that's This is good to see the backups do some good work.
Yeah, looking good.
Yeah. How many times have we not seen them put in the work? Woo! All right. What's his name? Ewa
Gabe.
Yeah. You talking about running backs? Okay, now if you have to put some film together, the last couple of plays, you can tell his grandkids about that.
Yeah. Kind of look like old Goat Freeman back in his prime.
Yeah, look like you goat how it used to be. You look how they used to say goat back in
looking like old young goat.
All right, folks, we have a sighting. All right, homeboy got something to talk about with his kids, y'all.
Oh yeah,
very nice drive.
Every carry he falling forward, so.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Definitely good to see him.
And he ain't falling this time. Good job. More importantly, the offensive line, man. If you got your backups making holes like this, man.
Yeah, that's right. What I put in my notes. O-line.
Yeah.
That's definitely popping off the screen for
sure. Is that cool? What?
He balling.
Right.
He missed it, Steve.
Yeah.
Steve, he was a little shaky last year. And you know what? You remember I asked that question in the group. Why are they signing another kicker? Maybe they know something.
Yeah. Come on, dude. I'm gonna need to see extra point. Come on now. Extra point. Come on, Cole. Come on now. All right, so now we gotta put it together.
Yeah, I'm just now seeing the miss extra point.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's bad work right there.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I'm definitely excited about the offense. Offensive line, bullying people.
Mm-hmm. The O-line, you just said it, Mark. Just to know the backups can put some holes like that. So if things happen to the starters, you feel better about what's going on.
Yep.
There's a question right under there. Yeah, I was just on there. He said, so tidy. Why are you so misinformed about calling Devontae the GOAT? I don't know if this is a story I missed when I was on active duty. Ray, let me tell you what you missed. Nah, I was just playing. I really, and you know, I messed with him. Devontae was hungry when they brought him in, and he had to be behind Steven Jackson. And then they drafted Tevin Coleman the next year, almost to say, man, you all right, but we're not sure if you're that guy. He buckled up, gave us a good year. And then by the third year, I mean, we don't go where we go in 16 if Devontae isn't on that team. If I'm not mistaken, was he all pro that year or just
Pro Bowl?
Pro Bowl, just Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
So I absolutely believe he deserves some accolades, but I don't think he deserved, which at that time was the same year Le'Veon Bell was holding out, if you remember. And they paid Devontae nice. And I just don't think he was that. I just don't think he was worth that money. What you think?
And it's easy to say that in hindsight, but you know how football works. They're going to pay you for kind of what you've given them thus far, plus your age.
This is fair.
And you got to remember, those 2 years prior to him getting paid, him and Julio Jones was top 5 in all-purpose yards in the NFL.
It's true.
He had consecutive seasons where he rushed for 11 touchdowns, double-digit touchdowns.
Yeah.
And he kind of looked like a prototypical player that they got in Bijan now, but of course a lot shorter. And I think ultimately what really hurt him is just the injuries. What I'm trying to say is, like, if you put up those 2 seasons and you're under 25 years old,
right,
somebody gonna pay you a big old bag, man.
That's true. But will they do that in 2023? I think now people are looking at things like that. Yeah. I think some teams, I don't even think the Giants mind paying 1 year to Saquon and say, prove it.
Right.
It's going to happen to Josh Jacobs too. Tell him to do the same thing. So,
right.
Yeah.
And Steve, I'm interested to know, because I don't think he was on the live when we talked about it. Like, what's your take on this whole running back pay controversy that's going on right now in the league?
I think it's just a matter of trends, man. We can sit here and pretend like, listen, this is not the phase for running backs. I think it started with Trent Richardson when he got drafted number 3 overall to the Colts, and people were seeing that you didn't need to reach that far for a running back. You could go in the 2nd round with a Ray Rice. You can go in the 4th round, or was it 5th round? No, Devontae was 4th or 5th.
Devontae was 4th.
4th round for Devontae. You could go 2nd round with Tevin Coleman. You don't have to reach far for running backs. You can find them. You can find undrafted running backs. So I just think this is the wave. This is the time where running backs going down, tight ends are going up, wide receivers are going up, defensive, specialized defensive pass rushers are going up. So it's just a matter of what's going on at the moment. Defense looking horrible right now.
Yeah, and also to add on to that, Steve, like with the evolution of the game right now, I think when we have these conversations, sometimes we miss the fact that today's prototypical NFL quarterback is probably taking about 10 carries per game away from your running back.
That's
you
true.
know, these quarterbacks that are coming to the league now, they want you to be athletic. They want you to be able to run an RPO.
Right.
Look at what was drafted this year at the top of the draft. Bryce Young, he can run it if he needs to. CJ, even Will Levis. So a lot of these quarterbacks are taking these carries away.
Indianapolis boy, is it Richardson? Richardson out there too.
Yeah, Richardson.
Oh, see, so yeah, I know. You see how I see it.
Finally caught up.
Look, I was waiting for y'all to react. I was like,
Yeah.
What was that?
That was.
I mean, but that's a starter. I mean, that's a starting, quality running back right there, Myles Gaskin. So it's interesting to see him playing this late.
You're right.
That might tell you. You were talking about running backs as well. I think the model for running backs for each team has changed too. The days of the one guy 30 carries a game, you still see a little bit of it with Derrick Henry. I mean, even somebody who I think is the best running back quietly in the league in Nick Chubb. I think Nick is the best running back, but they had Kareem Hunt to share some of his carries. I think you're going to see that Kyle Shanahan type of system where they're going to have 2 to 3 backs rotating in and out to just keep everybody fresh. I think that's the value. That's where you see the running back value go down a little bit more, which goes back to your original point of drafting a Bijan at number 8. You better be using him a whole lot for a number 8 pick. We've arguably reached for these last three draft picks.
First picks, yeah.
Yeah, the last 3.
And another component about that would really, really concern me, because don't get me wrong, I mean, I know Bijan is going to be an exceptional talent, but 5-6 years from now, when it's time to get that next contract, are we going to be able to afford him?
It's fair. It's a fair thought. And I see you down there where Kelly says, I pay a running back 1 year at a time. Makes no sense to go into cap hell over a running back. It's a good point. You pay him early. If he happens to do what he does, you can put a franchise tag on him, but do you really want to do that? Give him a year at a time. Running backs can go off. And all kidding aside, going back to Devonta fell off quick. I mean, ooh, nice. Devonta fell off very quickly after 3 very productive seasons.
Right.
Then all of a sudden, next thing you know, he's in New York.
Right. And that's what teams are scared of. Is like, when we give you that money, what we're going to get maybe 1 more year from you before you drop off the cliff. All right. Katie has played a lot tonight.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting too, because I figured he would probably have been on one of the top lines for the defense.
Yeah, I'm disappointed not to see Troy Anderson out there.
Yeah, I agree. I think Troy need these reps.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna smile again in a minute. Give y'all some. Defense is. Listen, it was the same thing on the first. Bend, don't break. I mean, at the end of the day, people look at the score. The score is the points. I mean, we pay attention to the yards, but the points. If you don't give up points, that's the goal, right?
Right.
That's the goal. I don't care if they throw for 100 yards. Just don't score.
Great play.
Yeah, that was a great play.
Great 4th down play. Who was that 36?
It's a good question.
Brockers or Borders?
Pull the roster.
So is it somebody that's going to actually be on the team?
Probably not.
Probably not. Exactly.
but
we can fool ourselves if we want to.
Yeah, you got a jersey to get a mama though, and about
well, that's what I'm saying. These are games, and look, these guys also. Look, would you rather be playing on a preseason game in August or an XFL game in March? And I don't want to diminish guys trying to get their dream and stuff like that. But these cats who are doing this stuff, the guy who ran in the touchdown for the Falcons, if he doesn't play another down in the NFL, he has tape of him going up against NFL caliber players in a game that he can go to his, next team with. Look what I did against Miami, albeit third, fourth stringers, but look what I did. I mean, hey, that's a cool thing right there.
It is.
Any thoughts on none of the starters playing today? Was that a shock to you guys? Did you expect it? And especially with, you want to say, are you really that satisfied with Ritter that you don't want him to lube up a little bit, just a little bit, Mark? I mean, do you think? I don't know. What would your philosophy be if you were sitting there with the porn star mustache like Arthur Smith?
Well, I mean, you would have hoped maybe that Arthur Smith learned from his mistake. His first year as a head coach. He didn't play pretty much any of the starters, in the preseason. Then we came out week 1 of that season and we looked completely flat. So yeah, that's what I said. I mean, game 2, we got to see Ritter down there the whole game. I mean, for a guy to be so raw and not be playing right now, I understand you want to be cautious, and I understand that you probably got a lot of good reps against Miami starters in practice throughout this week. But you don't give him a series just to prove that he can do it, in a live game. That doesn't seem wise, especially when you look at the whole team. There's a lot of guys that aren't playing. Why? Like we're not in that position. I don't see how we could be that confident. And again, Troy Anderson not playing. We don't have any of the running backs playing. It looks like none of the offensive line played. We don't have Mac Hollins out there. We don't have Kyle out there. Just have Kyle go out there and just be a decoy. It's crazy to think that they didn't get one series, considering this is such an important year for this franchise.
Yeah, what you think, Ty?
I totally agree with him. Honestly, I wanted to see specifically Ritter for 1 quarter tonight. I felt like with only 4 games starting under his belt, he needed the reps. At the very minimum, 1 series, on offense. But we really don't see any starters out here. And I do understand, they've been going against this team in Miami, but it's really not the same, it's a little more physical than your average practice would be, but it's still not that actual live game format, because in practice when Agbawi, or however you say his name, when he break, they're not gonna, put any pressure or put any force to try to really tackle him, but they're gonna try to tackle him out here because they're trying to make a team. So I think the speed of the game is different in those scrimmages than something like this, a preseason game. You got guys out here really playing hard. I mean, we don't look at these guys as, of course, future superstars, but they're playing hard because they're trying to get a check.
They are. Speaking of playing hard, man, Woodside act like he trying to. Oh well, spoke way too soon. But the one pass I'm sure y'all just saw a few seconds ago. That was a nice little pass there.
He got a little bit of escapability out the pocket when he needs to.
Little bit. You're gonna change your tune in about 20 seconds. His escapability. But again, these are I don't know, and I'm not an NFL coach, and I don't try to claim to be a genius in some of these things, but yeah, 1 series, man. 1 series.
Yeah,
one series.
Give me one.
Especially with our quarterback depth chart. I mean, is Woodside about to play the whole game? Like, I'm looking at the depth chart. We only got 3 quarterbacks. So, I mean, do we sign a quarterback going into this game? Like, why would Woodside play the whole game?
What was the guy's name? Archer, or there was a Arch. I can't remember what his name is. When I was at OTAs, there was one quarterback that they had. Now he might not be on the depth chart on here, but Yeah, that would shock me if Logan would play the whole game.
That would be odd.
That would be super odd. Because let's put it this way, with the new rule about the third emergency quarterback, basically he's probably going to be on the team, in one way, shape, or form. So, I know. I guess you're getting him some work, but what is Heineke going to get some work? I heard what you were talking about earlier, Mark. Like if you're going to have Ritter play a lot, I think I want Heineke to get some work in there too.
Right.
With these players. Because
Right.
this isn't Terry McLaurin and the folks up in Washington. These are, new teammates.
Yeah. And
with live bullets going. And
especially, again, going back to Ritter, only 4 games. I mean, I know they tell us publicly that Ritter's the guy, but I mean, are you really sold on him? So why not let Heineke get some PT and see how he looks in this action? You never know when you got to call this number.
Were you asking me if we were sold on Ritter? Were you asking me that personally? I was ready to answer.
I know you have your concern. So do I.
Nah, I like I said, I'm behind the young man. I hope he does turn out to be what we need, but I guess we'll find out against Cincinnati instead against Miami, which is very interesting.
And let me ask both of y'all this: considering that obviously they're not playing, how much time do you want to? Well, how much playing time do you think these guys should play next preseason game? The starters.
Mark, I'm kind of with you. I think I need to see at least the offense play a half. If you're gonna, it's probably okay. Are the three of us in agreement that probably the starters won't play game 3?
Yeah,
and that was my follow-up question.
Yeah,
exactly. So I mean, I don't want to jump the question, but I don't think starters play game 3.
That's a legit thought, Mark, because the way they did last year, none of the starters saw any time in game 3 last year. Now, granted,
it was this game. It was this exact format.
So if we going by that, and you're not going to see anybody in game 3, Lord have mercy. Oh my God.
It must be something real bad.
Right. It's on a commercial.
Lord, I'm on that Zaxby's commercial too.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
I'm about to contact my cable.
All right, so next time we do this, I'm gonna have you sitting right here, Mark, and you sitting right here, Ty, so we can watch things. Lord, yeah. Oh man, I'll let y'all watch that. Just in a second, it's getting ready to come up. But yeah, to answer your question, I if nobody's gonna play in the third game, then you gotta at least grease them up for a half, at least a half next week.
It sucks because game 2 is probably game 3 of the preseason, from what we've all grew up on. And we're playing a Bengals team without Joe Burrow. So it's like we're not even really getting that much better work. I mean, hopefully we'll see Chase, we'll see a lot of their, their offensive weapons, but we won't even see the starting quarterback for any snaps. So, man, this preseason is looking a little iffy. So far,
I'm gonna need them to right now take Harrison out the game, and just get him ready for Carolina. That's the second time he's snapped. Y'all, that's a man. I didn't realize he was that big too.
Me neither.
Wow.
Yeah. After that play, send him to the sidelines. Your day is done. That's it.
Right.
I don't need to
We've
see
seen
any
enough.
more out of Mr. Harrison.
Look like that's what they did. Steve
Yeah,
said.
exactly. I don't need to see it. That's the
Like
second time.
Coach
That's
did
the
it.
second tackle. That's
Yeah,
the
he's
second
not out
time
there.
I've seen him do that. Yeah, don't even tempt it, y'all. Don't even
So-
tempt it.
It would be so nice if he ends up being this year's Tyler Ergy of the draft.
Ooh,
Mm.
wow.
That would be crucial.
That would be beautiful if we could do that. Absolutely beautiful.
I mean, he definitely fills in like that Cam Jordan type of role. He can play outside, play inside. I mean, I'm pulling it up now, 6'5", 274, 36-inch arms. I mean, yeah, that has still written all over it.
Yeah, 270. Did you say 275?
Yeah,
Did you say
275, 6'5", 275.
moving that quick?
He moving.
All right, doing way too much on these last but again, get all the yards you can, but let's keep them out the end zone. This is great stuff to practice on. Red zone stuff coming up after the 2-minute warning. This is good.
I see Lamb
So,
been
just a
been
little bit more
around the
about
ball
Zach
a lot
Harrison.
lately. Go ahead.
A little bit more
What's
about
that
Zach
about?
Harrison. It looks like he was a top 5 overall recruit coming out of high school. So, I mean,
In basketball or football? That's a big one.
hey, probably both. Probably both. 275. I mean, sheesh. But yeah, I mean, he just looks like Clowney to me. From afar, and especially if he was a top 5 recruit coming out. Man, I mean, he came to the right team. With Nelson's supposed to be in, like, the D-line guru. So, man, I'm excited. Definitely a highlight.
That's a yeah. And that's what you want. Listen, if we can get Harrison, Ogadeji, Ebiketie, all 3 of those guys to learn from these veterans, the Omanyadas, the Zoe, and Bud Dupree, and Calais County, if we can get them to learn from those veterans, I mean, think about the difference between last year when the rookies were basically thrown in there with who was really the leaders on the defense last year, aside of Grady. And Grady is playing D-line. But who else were the leaders on that defense last year? I guess you could say Rashad
Evans.
But who else?
That's it.
I can't put AJ in that position yet in that squad, but I'm talking about the front 7. Who is the guy that galvanized the guys who brought them together on the sidelines? Who was that? We didn't have one this year. Omanjada coming in, seasoned vet. Calais Campbell, seasoned vet. Bud Dupree, seasoned vet. Caden Ellis, seasoned vet. I mean, you have a lot of guys, and I'm not overlooking Zoe helping out on the defensive line as well. But so much knowledge to soak from that I got to see those guys and add Michael Walker to the young guy list. That I got to see y'all sponge up some of this knowledge and learn from these guys.
Yeah, definitely. Great point.
Yeah, and that's one of the benefits of bringing in a lot of vets as well. Because I'm sure they felt that that's the area that the team was obviously lacking in.
I mean,
right.
I love it. Like I said, I really can't wait to see what these guys put on the field. That game 1. It's that ought to be really fun to see.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see what the defense really. Speaking of the defense, what the defense really going to do when everybody get out there.
That's what I'm talking about. And Carolina, I'm still concerned. I mean, Adam Thielen is still nice. Don't get me wrong, but are we scared of the wide receiver core of Carolina in game 1? I don't know. I'm maybe. I don't think I am.
I'm not either. As long as we put a lot of pressure on Bryce, I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, I was trying to pull up the Panthers to see if Bryce played, but it looks like they play the Jets tomorrow at 4.
Tomorrow. Okay.
I saw C.J. Stroud. He played last night. And he didn't look great. He just kind of, Texans fans, they weren't too excited about his game one performance. So maybe that is a part of the reason why you don't start Desmond Ridder. You don't want him to go out there and look bad, and then you start this controversy, a week earlier than you need to.
Maybe so.
That's a good point.
But it's not fair to CJ Stroud, though. I mean, that's somebody. The young man, and nobody was saying he was going to be a superstar. Matter of fact, a lot of people said he might sit, which I don't think you can afford to sit anybody, pick one or two. But he's going to take some bumps. Look at Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence was the golden boy in Georgia and in Clemson. And this defensive line, boy. Goodness gracious. Jeez.
Yeah,
okay.
I think we're starting to see the conditioning now.
Oh, man.
You guys look tired. A good tackle, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to get better. One more. I could grieve. But
you may have to pause your game.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Okay. All right.
Told that he ought to play homeboy, man. He got still win. He even thought about having.
But I tried to. Have they gotten the third down with y'all yet?
Yeah, I just did 3rd and 1, and they stopped him.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Right. So,
yeah, I like the intensity I'm seeing from these guys.
That's what I'm saying, man. You gotta, at least these guys have something to play for. I know we coming close to the end of the first half. I obviously I think we were all looking forward to seeing a lot of the guys, and like we've been doing, going with the first half and everything. But anything stands out from what y'all saw, or just like me, just nice to see an overall effort with 20 seconds left and they haven't given up a point in the game yet.
That paints a very big picture of watching Falcons football, of course.
I mean, think about these preseason games. Remember, for a long time, Dan Quinn had lost like 9 in a row.
It was bad.
Something like that. It was.
We used to try to fool us. Preseason don't matter. Why y'all keep talking about that? It don't matter. Okay. Winning is contagious.
Winning is contagious. Because you get a bad team to win 4 games. Well, now 3 games in preseason, they'll mess around and get some confidence.
Right.
You never know. So I like the fact that these guys are at least coming out, even if they don't hold them. But the mere fact that we're down into the last seconds of the second half and they got a goose egg up on the board with the second string, I love it.
Yeah, and then we made some key plays and key moments to keep that goose egg up there too.
That's right. Yeah. Step up when you got to step up. That's those are moments we had last year that we would just be like, go on and score, man, because y'all already know. Go on and score. Yeah. It's just give us the ball back.
Yeah.
See what happens. So we'll see how these guys make it on here. It's gonna be some interesting conversation after the game y'all gonna have, especially some of the breakdown. And okay, try to put my poker face on.
Yeah, see, I think I think we saw a lot of man on defense, so that's exciting. Because that's what we were known for years, is to play that soft, prevent type defense, let a team march all the way down the field. I don't care who your quarterback will be. They could just get down the field and get some type of points. I think this defense will be a lot more aggressive, because one of the first things we saw this game from the defense was that cover sack. I mean, that was the second defensive play. I mean, that's a definition of a covered sack. So I'm excited, man. We can get these guys, up in these wide receivers phases, matching up, and just your responsibilities. Then you have Jesse Bates in the back. Man, this is going to be an exciting defense, and I think Ryan Nielsen, he may surprise a lot of people, myself included.
I just looking at what he's done with that defensive line and with the Saints from 2017 on. I'm not going to be surprised if these guys play a little bit better on defense. Did you guys see it yet?
Yeah, 4th and 2.
Yeah, that was a great play.
Another stop at the goal line.
And so again, we talk about small victories, and no, this is not the first game, and no, these not the starters, but the mentality starts there, because guess what? When the starters come in, now they gotta say, dang, the second string guys came out here and did this. We got to go out here and show our behind now.
Right, up the ante.
That's a big deal right there. So, look, a couple of things in the middle, the yards in between, gave up a lot of garbage yards, but at the end of the day, Goose Egg need Koo to straighten out that extra point. But other than that, what y'all think, fellas? First half?
I think the boys look pretty good, all things considered, Steve. I mean, you had a couple plays where you're like, stop, a couple big runs for Miami or big plays for Miami, but nothing, just outlandish, that we obviously didn't rebound or recover from. But so far in the first half, as we just said a moment ago, it's just they're making key stops in big moments. 2 4th and 2 stops at the goal line, a goal line interception. I'm not gonna hit on myself, y'all, but that's what very good and great teams do to win football games.
And it also showed. I'm sorry, Mark. Go ahead.
Well, I think Toddy hit on the head. I mean, red zone defense, 3 straight stops, 0 points allowed. You can't ask for much more, regardless of, if it's first string, second string, or third string. So that's my biggest takeaway. Red zone defense was perfect.
And think about what you just said, Mark. The red zone defense was perfect with the guys not expected to start. So what does that say? The teaching from the top to the bottom is the same. At least you see from the first half. The goal, stop. The goal, no points. The goal, interception. That's so you're absolutely right. If that's what they're doing with the guys not expected to play, think about what they're gonna do with the guys expected to start on this. You see what I'm saying? That gets me a little fired up just thinking about that, man.
Yeah. Same for me. Yeah. The expectation of the entire team. If these guys, 3rd, 4th string, and end up special team players, if we got an expectation for them, of course we got the expectation of you multi-millionaires.
Right. Speaking of multi-millionaires, me and Mr. Blank getting ready to go in a couple of seconds and get us some sour cream. I know we talked about doing this first half. I'm gonna sit on the sidelines, and more importantly, I really want to hear this. What we're gonna see from you guys after the game. Could y'all please make sure y'all let everybody know what we're doing after the game and where we need everybody to go right after this is over with?
Yep. Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, as y'all see at the bottom on the ticker, we will be live on the Bleacher Report, immediately after this game. We're definitely going to, share the link with you all in the Facebook group. But yeah, send it to everybody y'all know. The link should take you right to our stream. So you better join us as we react to the complete game. And yeah, you want to just take this energy and take it straight to the Bleacher Report.
Yep. And from what I've gathered, to make it more easier to find the stream, you can follow us on Bleacher Report app. Like Steve. Okay, so you already got it set up?
Mm-hmm. I do.
Perfect.
I do.
Okay.
I'll tell you. Right next to my TikTok, Tidy.
I noticed. So make sure to follow me on there, Steve, and that way I think the stream is gonna automatically pick up. But just like on YouTube, I'm at Atlanta Bird Gang on the Bleacher Report app. So follow me on there. I'll follow everybody back. Mark, let them know what's your handle also on the Bleacher Report app so they can follow.
Yeah, mine will be Mark Chaney. So similar to my name that's listed here, but it's just Mark, MarkChaney. You could tap in, and again, as soon as the game ends, I mean, it sounds like we have full control. So as soon as we'll probably be, backstage ready, probably 5 minutes left in the game, and as soon as the game ends, we're gonna go live. So that's what you'll see us.
Yep. I challenge everybody in the group, and I'm actually about to go on and spread the news in other groups for everybody to make their way over to Bleacher Report and check out our guys and represent as they always do. I guess I'm assuming this is a no red solo cup venture.
Yeah, they said, Mr. Jones, put that liquor and that cigar up. We got a lot of wealthy sponsors. So we don't need you bringing that ratchetness to our platform.
Well, we'll invite the ratchetness back afterwards. I'm sure y'all will be back in. But fellas, it's been a pleasure, man. Again, just doing this with y'all. Appreciate y'all, and I mean this, y'all. Y'all, everybody, go to Bleacher Report. Go to the link. Click on the link, and it'll take you right there. And we'll be ready to see these guys rep the Atlanta Bird Gang here today. I appreciate it. Thanks for the vine, as always, fellas. Y'all are A1 to me.
Thank you for coming on, Steve.
Yeah,
see you later on, Mark. All right, y'all. ABG, thank you.